So one of our favorite tools here is inkfrog. It's been great for us with our eBay business, and as well as tying into Amazon FBA if you have an account. You can even do it with Amazon fulfillment. It really just depends on the products, but the nice thing is it can monitor your inventory between both. Now, when you come to your login page, you'll log in. You can also get a free account for 14 days if you want to try it out. But I'll just show you a few of the things that we like about it that we use the most. Basically, when you go in here and you connect your account to eBay, you kind of have the same type of format as far as creating a new listing. You have your title, you can add your images, you can create folders to try to organize things, and then you pick your eBay categories and things like that. Very similar. The process can look pretty much the same. So where's the value add? The value add comes when you can start creating these profiles. So right here, if we have as an example, a return profile, I can link an existing profile. So these are rules that we've already set up that has all this information already configured. So depending on the type of product, if it's an electronics, if it's a sporting goods, we might have different rules as well as different shipping rules, things like that. So as an example, if I go here to shipping profile, I can link various types of profiles. So if this one, FBA fulfilled, is one that we created for items that are in Amazon's inventory, so the shipping costs might be a little bit different, so we want to make sure we account for that. We have first class. If it's an item that we know is very small and light and can go first class, we already have those settings set, and we just pick it and it's ready to go. And then if we have ones that are heavier products that are going to go free, via UPS ground, but we want to make sure that nobody can actually pick it up and purchase globally, right? So we don't have that. We don't want to get dinged on that. So this is where we can set everything up and pick that. Once you pick it, you'll see that it just goes and it's ready to go. You don't have to do anything more than that when it comes to that. So same thing with if you wanted to have different profiles. We have one, it's all PayPal, but if you had various PayPal accounts, or if there's other ways that you want to get paid for this specific item, you can then link it to that. So at this point, other than the profiles, you're not seeing a huge benefit, but this is where it gets a little bit more interesting for us. We like to create, for this listing right here, these are listings that we've had for, say, iPhones. So I can search in here, find all the iPhones that we've ever sold or have live. Here in the status, you see when it says ready, that basically means that it's a listing that's probably already sold or is unlisted, but it's ready to go. Now, the nice thing is if I want to sell another one, so let's just say I have another iPhone 18 with AT&T GSM chip that is available. I could go into this old listing, and from here, I could either just update it, or we can use the sell similar link right here, and it'll create a brand new listing. It'll ask you, what do you want to create? Do you want to take the images, which we're normally not going to do because it's a different listing, but we can keep the same description if we like it. So once you do that, then you have everything pretty much set up other than the pictures, which you would put in, and then you can go right through and readjust things if needed. But if not, then you just hit save and list, and you're ready to go. So here you can see that same listing that we were already looking at. So we would do again, sell similar, and if we take off the existing images, it's going to say, okay, we're going to go ahead and create it. It's creating the listing, and away we go. Again, you can see we just have to add the images. The other nice thing that we like is you can set up templates. The templates are going to help you with the look and feel of your listing, if you will. So if you want to have it look better than what you'll normally get with an eBay listing, you want to add some like backgrounds, borders, things like that. This is another nice feature. You can have various templates. Again, depending on the type of product that you're trying to sell, You may want to have one template for electronics, or custom items that you make, things like that. But you can also have policies already in there. So as an example, if we look at our standard one, this is what it looks like. And this is just like what they'll do after you've been working on it. Some of the things that we're including, like that we're already putting in there, as far as like how the images are going to be laid out, as well as we already put this down there, our shipping and policies. That way we don't forget to put it. So it's nice that it can basically already have this template laid out for you. So every listing that we put that we use this template for is going to have this look and feel to it. And again, you can have backgrounds, you can add different things to it to help you give you more of that professional look. If you want to add more branding, ours is pretty simple. It's just we try to keep everything nice and clean, and we focus on the picture. Now, we talked about the profiles, like the listing profiles, payment profiles. This is where you create them. You basically go under your eBay settings, and then under profiles, you'll see all the different basic profiles that you can have. You can have listing profiles, which kind of already include categories. So if you sell shoes, you can it's already ready to go, where you don't have to basically go setting by setting. So this is where it makes it nice, where you can really gain time. And if you have somebody helping you, you can already set all these profiles up. And if it's a shoe, they already, they pick the listing profile for a shoe. If it's a book, they have a listing profile for that. But that way, at the end of the day, what you can make sure is set up properly is your shipping policies, what you're charging for shipping, if you are, and your payment, and what account is it going to. That's always the nice part, is we can get help without having to rely on me having to basically write out exactly do this, this, and this, and be careful you don't do this. I mean, that's one of the biggest issues that we've had in the past, is not setting up our shipping profiles or shipping policies right, where we either don't charge enough for shipping and we end up getting killed on it, where it's a little bit heavier and we just missed a button. So this is very nice for us, where we can make sure we have the different profiles set up. And then if it's something that we have selling on Amazon FBA and on eBay at the same time, we can use the FBA profile, because of course it's going to take, the cost is going to be a little bit different there. So it's a really nice tool. Again, I wouldn't jump on this unless you're starting to make some consistent sales where you're listing a lot more, but definitely keep it on your radar if you're just starting out. Another nice feature is this GDC watchdog rules, which is basically if you're using the good to cancel, depending if you have a store or if you're just one of those people that, which I did initially a lot, is good to canceled listings on eBay. And the great part of it is it'll keep relisting every 30 days. The bad part of it is if you have dead inventory that's just not moving and you're not making any changes to it, pricing, it's just automatically doing it for you. You can find yourself where it's relisting over and over and over, and it's just something that you're paying insertion fees for. So to avoid that, they have a nice little tool that'll basically watch your GTC listings, and if you can set certain rules where if it goes X amount of times, you can then kill it so it doesn't list again, and then you can make adjustments to it, if it's pricing, things like that. Depending on who you ask, there's some sellers that will never do GTC, and there's some that love it just because it's more like a store, like an online store. It really depends on what you're selling. For us, we try to do a listing for GTC for a little while, but after that first month, we don't. We'll always look at it to see what the pricing is, if it's something that we need to lower the pricing on, or is there something in the listing that we need to improve, and then we'll run it again. So at the end of the day, they have a different pricing model. We're at this point, we're still at the small. We've been using the $11 plan forever. It's just, we don't have a ton of listings. We're usually in the between the 100 200 range. But my items are a little bit more on the pricier side. So for us, it's just been working out because we can have it listing on both Amazon and on eBay at the same time, and it controls. So if I sell something on Amazon FBA that's listing also on eBay, it'll actually update the inventory. And so if I only had one, it'll actually cancel a listing on eBay. So you don't have to worry about multiple people buying that one product at the same time if you're using multiple platforms. So that is a nice thing. And they also tie in with Shopify as well. The main thing is, and with the features, so for the 11, you can basically tie it to one other store. And if you had like multiple stores where you need to connect it to, let's say, Amazon and Shopify, then you'd have to go to the $29 plan. But overall, for you that are just starting out, if you start getting into the point where you're having more than 100 listings, you might want to look at this tool, because I think it'll definitely save your time, because that's the biggest issue that we all have is, listing, right? Everyone loves getting the product, but when you have to go take pictures, list things over and over and over, that's where a lot of folks that start out in this eBay business start kind of getting a little frustrated, or just kind of it feels like you're doing your homework. So take a look at it. Again, we're not affiliated with them at all. It's just one of those things that we thought we'd share with you. So if you like it, let us know in the comments, and be sure to check out our next video.